Hi there, my name is Danielle Ganji and I am the 4-H Extension Educator in Sherburne County, and I wanted to show you guys how to make some fabric flowers that can be used in a variety of applications. They're super fun and totally easy to make. Here's a couple of examples. This one is made with just ribbon and twisting around, so I'll show you how to do that in a minute. And then another really easy way to make a flower is to make a rosette. And a rosette is also super easy, so I'll show you how to make this one first. And then you can finish it off with a button and apply it to whatever you'd like. So to make a rosette, first you start out with a circle of fabric. So I have some scrap fabric laying around, so I took a bowl, you can use a cup depending on the size that you want, and just cut out a circle. And then you're gonna take a needle and thread. I'm using blue today, I had it around, and I think it'll help you see it a little better. And in one end of your fabric, you're gonna just put a little knot so that your fabric is secured on one end. And then what you're going to do, and you can see I've already started, is just very loosely around the edge, just do a simple stitch. So go out one side, come up loose, so can be from a little ways away, come up the other side. Finish this, don't pull it tight yet. You save that for the end. So you come up, go out the other side, and then almost to my starting knot. So I'm just gonna do probably 2 more stitches until I get to the starting point. There you go, I'm really close to my knot, and so I'm gonna do my final stitch. Just like I said, super loose around the edges. So I got my last stitch going through here. Like I said, don't pull it tight yet. And then, once you got it all, you want to make sure that the right side of the fabric, so the fabric with the color or pattern, is the side that is shown when your finished rosette is done. And now you do want to pull it. So I'm going to just pull it tight all the way around. You'll see it kind of comes together, right? So got it tight, and it looks like you got a little bag, right? So now what you want to do is you kind of flatten it. So you got it flattened, and then on this side it's a little rosette. Now you can put a little embellishment decoration in the middle. What I'm going to do to secure it and just finish it off is I'm just going to sew through the middle and secure it. So to do that, so I'm just gonna go into the middle and then into the back, like in the center, and that's where I'm gonna just knot it off. Now I have a little trick when I'm sewing and when I'm tying knots is I just make a loop in the back side instead of doing a traditional knot. So I just go through like that and then make a knot, really simple. So you see I have a loop, just a loose loop here. To make a knot and secure it to tie it off, I'm just going to go through this loop 2 or 3 times. I usually do 3 just to be extra secure, but if you go through there, see it kind of looks then twisted, then you pull, you have a knot. Ta-da! Well, a college professor taught me that trick in a theater costume class. So there you have it. That's super simple rosette. Like I said, you can add a button to the middle to make kind of the center of the flower. If you have a larger button, that would work well. Or if you're doing a matching fabric, you could even just leave it like this, just for a little decoration. If you want it to be super flat, you can take an iron to it and really flatten it and press it down, so then those seams will be nice and flat and small. I have done that with a couple of them. So this one I did take an iron to it a long time ago, but then it really holds its shape. You can see here's another example of one I did. This one was a different type of fabric, but if I added a cute little button there, you can see how that looked pretty adorable, right? Now, another way to do a fabric flower is just taking a bunch of fabric and spinning it around and around and around each other to make a spiral, and then it kind of looks like a rose. You can see if you use thicker fabric, it looks even more like a little rosebud. But you can do this type of floral design with ribbon or bias tape, like I have here, or just fabric scraps, or if you have some ripped clothes that maybe you really like the pattern on and want to save it somehow, you can make little scrap flowers, and they can be used in a lot of cute little applications. So to start that type of thing, I'm just going to use some bias tape that I don't really plan to use. Like I said, it's a very tedious process, so it takes a while, but the end result is really cool. So you just start spinning, and then you just keep on going. And then you can also twist and then keep spinning, because that will give you like a little petal, kind of. So then it looks a little more realistic if you spin and twist, spin and twist, spin and twist, over and over again. It can be a good project to do while you're like watching a movie or something. Got some time in your hands. But if you want to make sure that stays secure as you go, because as you can see, I even kind of just dropped it there. I don't know if you saw that. You can either stick a pin in it, but I'm getting a nice little rosebud or something there, and you can see it just looks like a little rose. And so in order to keep that together, to see if I have an example. So what I do, you can see kind of like a spider web, I just stitch through the whole rose or the whole flower. So when you're done, you take your needle. Now, this one isn't threaded, so it's just going to be an example. But say I was done with this rose and I just wanted a little tiny rosebud, I would take my needle, make sure it was secure at the end of the fabric strip, and just poke it all the way through to the other side, and then take the string all the way through the flower so it stays together. Kind of want to do it at the base so you don't see the string on the top. You can see how I just secured it at the back. Let's see if I have another one. You can kind of see I just really secured the back of it, and then you can't really see the string in the front. But then you can really kind of make the fabric stick where you want it. You can also sew throughout your spinning if you want to secure a section, or you have a section you really like the way it looks. But here's one that I did with some pink sparkly ribbon for my daughter. And see, I just sewed on the back there, and I just spent some time spinning and twisting, and then when I'm done, you just sew the back to secure it. Whoop. You can also take some hot glue in the back to make it really secure. You can blend fabrics together if you like the look of that, or if you just are thinking of a way to get rid of fabric scraps. And then you can take your hot glue gun and apply it to anything you'd like. You can take it and put it on a headband, and that would look super cute, especially on a little girl, or a hat, baby hat, or you can even find a little safety pin or a barrette, like a clip, and then stick it on there, hot glue it on there, and then you would have a little rose barrette for your own use, however you'd like. So think of lots of ways that you can use them. You can do a simple rosette that just takes only a couple minutes to complete. Those are super quick and easy. Or spend the time twisting and spinning a spiral flower. Hope you enjoy!